okay, we've decided to do business together.
Sure.
How long is this going to take? Because I'm already behind. Everyone feels behind, especially if you're an entrepreneur. You're behind every day.
Totally.
So I'm already behind on my software build.
Totally.
I've had a bad experience building software with this other vendor.
Right.
I have a partially built piece of software. You can already start to see the complexity coming in.
Right.
How long is this going to take?
Yes.
And you say that depends. What does that depend on?
Yeah, it depends on everything. It depends on, number one, what is it that you want? Where is it that, the first thing we'd have to do is we'd have to take a lot of time to fully design exactly where it is that you want to go. So let's just say that, you're sitting here and we're talking and you go, I'm so far behind on going on vacation. I've got to go on vacation. I go, okay. And you said, well, all right, we figure out you're going to drive. And you go, how long is it going to take me to get there? That entirely depends on where it is that you want to go. All right. Now, if you can describe to me in ridiculous detail that you want to go to Quebec, Canada, I can tell you how long it's going to take you. But until we figure out that it's Quebec, Canada, I'm lying to you if I tell you how long it's going to take, because it might just be right around the corner. It might be. We might be talking about planes, trains, and automobiles. We don't know until we define that. The other thing is that if we're talking about a project that you already have this existing, we have to identify where you are. And I don't know that either, because if we're talking about your vacation, say you're calling me on the phone and you say, listen, I'm trying to, I'm behind. It's time to go on vacation. And I say, well, where do you want to go? You go, I don't know yet. Exactly. And I go, okay, well, where are you calling from? I don't know that either. Okay, now we're really screwed, right? As far as, okay, we got a lot of work we have to do, because we have to identify where you are and where it is that you want to go. And that's hard work in excruciating detail, because everything is about these little small details. Like, for instance, you might build an application that has certain types of users. Ran into this one not too long ago. And there are people that in an industry where there's multiple people that end up accessing certain clients. Okay. So you can just imagine that you have like a distributor, and then you have your clients. Well, the distributor might have lots of different clients, but you didn't design the application for them to be able to actually see all of the clients. You only built it for the client user. Okay. You have a problem. Mm-hmm. Okay. You've got to back up from that, because that's a structural component. Mm-hmm. So oops on that's 6 weeks. That oops just cost you 6 weeks. That oops just cost you $20,000, $30,000 of not knowing that up ahead of time. It would have cost you half that or less. It could have just probably just flowed right into the stream of how you did things if you knew it ahead of time.
And that's what we see with individuals, and not trying to say anything negative towards anyone, but entrepreneur sits with a software developer, software engineer, says, This is what it is. Here are the specs, and they get started. And usually that forethought from an entrepreneurial perspective is not present. So that's 6 weeks. Not only do you lose the time value of that 6 weeks, but you lose all the monetary value and the development fees associated with that 6 weeks, because no one was thinking with experience, because you only learn this through experience.
Correct.
No one was thinking, all right, where are the pitfalls that are coming up, and how do we avoid that up front?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you've just got to be, again, it's like, and some of the things are just understanding you're walking into an unknown. Mm-hmm. That a lot of it is like if you're walking into like a cave to where you have a lantern where you can only see 2 feet around you. If you want to see what's 4 feet ahead, you have to take 2 steps.
Yeah.
And you just don't know. Now, experience will teach you when you're about to go off of a cliff, which we have done. Or you go to the back of a cul-de-sac and you go, well, that doesn't work. Mm-hmm. That specifically with self-insured reporting, we did that a bunch when we were building out the analytics piece of it, which was a new thing, that I had never done before. We ended up spending a lot of money, and then fully getting to a solution that would be great, but it wasn't HIPAA compliant. It's like, oh man, can't use that one. Right.
And then getting the users on actually can teach you a lot as well. And we did all that. So we have a question that came in, and I think this is a pretty good question.